Hi everyone, and welcome to Roundtable. My name is Dan, and I'm the primary content creator here on I Feel Like Learning. As a student in the life sciences, I'm not always exposed to interesting topics in fields like the humanities, government, and non-STEM related concentrations. That's why I brought on some friends who are here to teach you and me about a topic outside of my expertise. Welcome to Roundtable. Hi, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Roundtable. I'm joined again today by, as we've decided over this past week, my new official co-hosts, Deeraiya and Olivia. Say hi, guys.
Hey.
Hi, everyone.
If you can tell by Deeraiya's voice, we're filming this a little ahead of time, and there's an important election going on today, so you can figure out what day it is if you want to. But yeah, so today I think we're going to do a little something different for Roundtable today. Normally, it's stuff that maybe I'm not too familiar with and things that I want to learn about from my friends and some of my other co hosts. But I think today we want to go in a little bit of a different direction, per se. And if one of you guys want to share the topic, I guess, of our choosing.
Today's topic is New Jersey things, aka bagels.
Also known as why New Jersey is just one of the best states, honestly. So, if for all of our new time listeners and for anyone who hasn't really listened to any of the other I Feel Like content, I'm from New Jersey, and Ryan and Olivia are also from New Jersey. Some of us go to college in some other states, and we've been exposed to some other areas of the country, I guess. But I think we can all agree that New Jersey is still like one of, if not the best state, right?
Yes.
Definitely agree. So many people like to hate on New Jersey,
I
but
know.
seriously, we have so many good qualities. I mean, I know obviously we're going to talk about it, but like we're near two big cities. We're near the beach. We have mountains. We have suburbia. We have farms. I mean, what is there to hate?
Honestly, like, so true. Like, I don't know if this is true or not. I could be completely making this up right now, but I saw something on Twitter, I think, where it was like, oh, New Jersey is the most hated state by everyone else, but it's also the most loved state by its own people. And I think that that perfectly like exemplifies how New Jersey as a whole kind of works. Like, people love to hate on New Jersey, like they were saying, but as a New Jerseyan, and honestly, it's just so good. I'm excited for this discussion.
I think also so many people who aren't from New Jersey judge us when they go to the city, New York, because they see our airport. That is not New Jersey. There's so
Mhm.
much more to us than
Also,
Newark.
also, what airport is like? I'm gonna take it back. There are some nice airports, but what airport is like clean and nice?
Dubai.
Not in America.
No, but I'll say this. If you're talking about New York, New Jersey, the worst airport is not Newark, it's LaGuardia. That airport is literally awful. Anyways, so New Jersey is good because we have bagels. And my favorite bagel combination is toasted egg everything bagel with scallion cream cheese.
I think that it's important if okay, if you've never been to New Jersey and you don't understand obviously our obsession with ourselves, but also I feel like we have these obsessions with just specific types of food. Like bagels, starters. We can there are a ton of others that we'll get into, but bagels for starters. New Jersey bagels are freaking amazing. Like I don't know what makes them so good. New York bagels are also good, or at least New York City. But New York City, New Jersey bagels are honestly so good. Like my bagel combination that I usually do, I think, is okay, I think I have two. Normally I do plain bagel toasted with butter, or I'll do an everything bagel with cream cheese. It could be scallion cream cheese, but doesn't have to be.
So, similarly to Dan, I don't go to school in New Jersey. And one of the funniest things is when I'm with these people who aren't from the area, they don't know that bagels are boiled. That tells you something about their bagels. Their bagels do not compare to ours in the slightest. You know what's sad? whenever we have our bagel brunch at my school, we get it from Wegmans because that's the best bagel in the area.
That makes
Sad,
me
isn't
so
it?
sad.
Oh my God. And especially as Jews, I ache. I hurt because of this. My favorite bagel combination, that's a tough one, but I love egg bagels with either butter or vegetable cream cheese.
Yeah,
Ooh,
I also said egg everything because I feel like it's different. But I also like cinnamon raisin if you're gonna go for like a sweet bagel with like the honey walnut cream cheese, you know.
I feel like this might be a little treasonous almost, but I feel like, in my opinion, egg bagels don't taste any different than like their normal counterparts. Am I
Ooh, you're
crazy or?
wrong about that, Dan. Don't get me started. They are definitely different than plain bagels.
I know
Um,
they're like cooked differently, but taste
mhm.
wise, it's like I feel like they're the same. No.
They taste like challah if you've ever had, which again,
Yes.
another Jewish food. But yeah, different tastes than plain bagels. At least when you get them good.
I think that it's important to note that I'm gonna call him out for a little bit, but if you guys have ever checked out the I Feel Like podcast, link is in the description below if you want to check out that. We do a podcast every week that's typically about advice, but you guys get to know us a little bit and things like that. But on that podcast, one of the co-hosts, Evan, as you guys might know him, he likes sleeve bagels. Like he actively would rather have that, like one that goes in the fridge than like a fresh bagel.
What's a sleeve bagel?
Exactly. It's like a pack of 6 bagels from like one of the big brands that you
Oh
buy at a
no.
supermarket, then you put in the fridge to keep it fresh.
Okay, I mean, I don't like those particularly, but if they're kind of economical. So like if I was going to the supermarket and I was like, okay, I can't get a fresh bagel every day, like I might buy that, but obviously that should not be your favorite. Like what?
Podcast listeners, you can't see my face right now. My mouth opened as Dan talked. Um, Dan spoke. I cannot believe that Evan has that opinion. Those are not bagels. They are literally just round bread. Again, I want to repeat that bagels are boiled. There's a big difference in the cooking and in the flavor, and that is not a bagel. That is simply a roll.
As you
Okay.
can see, we have really strong opinions on things.
But then, so what do you suggest for the average bagel eater who cannot go out every day to get a bagel? What do you do?
I think that in terms of economics and finances, you're totally right. Like, I'm guilty myself. I have sleep bagels in the fridge right now just because I can't afford, nor do I want to walk to get fresh bagels every day. However, I think it's another thing to say that those are my favorite type of bagel.
Yeah, that's nasty.
I agree with that point.
I
I
think, oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, you go.
I was just gonna kind of change the topic a little bit to another thing that New Jersey is really proud of, I guess, and that's our pizza. Pizza is not good anywhere else besides New York City. Tell me I'm wrong. Like,
I'd imagine it's
You,
good in Italy.
oh, well, yeah,
we're
it's
talking about
okay.
American
Yeah,
pizza, though.
America.
American pizza is very different than Italian pizza.
Wait, I would like to know. This is kind of like out of the blue, but like ignoring Domino's and Pizza Hut and Papa John's, what is your opinion on California Pizza Kitchen?
I think that it's fine, but it's important not to get it out of the same category of a Domino's, Pizza Hut, any of those. I think that sure it tastes fine if you want some quick takeout if you're in a rush, but I wouldn't call it like superb pizza or anything.
I'll be honest, I've never had it before, but I will admit that I have had Domino's in the past. Once again, many times when I'm at school because they, similarly to bagels, do not have good pizza. But like what Dan said, I wouldn't really consider that pizza. That's fast food pizza, completely different level, different expectations.
It's like if you wanted a good burger, you wouldn't go to a McDonald's. Sure, the McDonald's burgers taste fine, but if you wanted like a quality burger, you wouldn't go to McDonald's. And I think that's
You
the
would go
same
to
thing.
Wendy's.
But also sometimes you crave that fast food burger more than like an
Yes.
actual burger.
It's like
in a
That's what I
different
was
way.
saying.
It's like Kraft mac and cheese versus homemade mac and cheese. Both
Yes.
good, but depends on the circumstance. You can't get them confused on which one falls in which category.
I like the Papa John's garlic sauce because it's nice. And I agree with Olivia that sometimes you just crave a bad pizza. Not that it's bad, just like an average pizza. But, anyways, back to New Jersey. I really like our pizza the most.
What's your guys's like go-to pizza topping combination? Anything like that? I guess I'll start. Mine would probably be honestly keep it simple. Do a cheese pizza. Keep it nice, simple. Maybe if I'm really feeling like, ooh, I want to get fancy, a pesto drizzle. I've recently tried that. Tastes good. Highly recommend.
Yeah, just a couple days ago, I had a grandma pizza for dinner. And yeah, I prefer that type of style, not something with a ton of toppings. I like that Sicilian upside down pizza if you've ever had. But cheese pizza is the way to go.
Nice.
I like chicken parm pizza with red pepper flakes, except like last year I found out from one of my Italian professors, not Italian language by the way, Italian culture class, but he's like from Italy and he was like chicken does not belong on pizza and I was like, "Oh, word." So like I think we're doing it wrong by Italian standards, but by American standards it's like whatever.
hmm I definitely agree. Like when I went to Italy, pizza tasted great, but to me it was almost like this is a different food just because Americans have kind of heavily evolved in a way that really diverged from Italian food. And I think this is the same with like a lot of different cultures when it comes to food and everything. Because when you look at like Americanized Asian food, it's nothing like how it is in like those specific home countries. And I think that like that just shows how much America kind of took everything but then evolved it to make it American. And then specifically within American, how each state kind of made it their own. And New Jersey did it the best, but
Yeah, I was gonna say how each state made it their own and some states made it bad.
but I also agree, red pepper flakes all the way. Um, what else about New Jersey are we really passionate about? I think for starters, we have a great school like system for
Yes.
like grade school and things like that. I this is not I'm not fact checking this whatsoever, but I'm pretty sure that we're pretty much constantly in the top like 10 when it comes to like highest test scores, grades, things like that.
Probably even top 5. We're like it's us, Massachusetts, Connecticut,
I know
and
Connecticut's up there.
others. I don't know.
It's a lot of like the Northeast area. Fun fact, there's a I don't I'm gonna have to get into this in another episode once I do more research, but there's a thing called the Northeast Megalopolis, which is basically like a specific region in the Northeast that encompasses a lot of the major cities. And this is all just based on this one TikTok I saw, but basically, if the Northeast Megalopolis like seceded from America and became its own country, it would be like one of the best countries in the world.
He said northeastern supremacy.
Also, just for fact checking purposes, US News has New Jersey second of all 50 states, right behind Massachusetts.
Oh, wow. That's honestly very impressive. Go New Jersey. Honestly, though, like I feel like we could make a whole series out of just like New Jersey. There's so much because I think it's time to start wrapping up because we're getting close to time. But like, there's so much that we haven't discussed, like our beaches,
Our music. We
music.
have some famous rock stars.
We don't have to pump our own gas.
Very important.
We have
Okay.
circles on the highway.
I'll just say I feel like our beaches aren't even that good. Some of them are kind of nasty.
But they're really unique. And because it's New
Oh
Jersey
my
Beach, I have to
God.
defend it.
Yes. Like I know the beach by us isn't the best in the world, but it's still better than any of the beaches that say Oklahoma has. So
Yeah. And we
Isn't
don't have to pay to
Oklahoma
park there.
landlocked?
exactly.
That's the point.
Okay.
No hate on Oklahoma.
Also, I want to shout out the NJGov Instagram and Twitter account. They
Mm-hmm.
have great memes all the time, very
If you haven't checked it, if
consistently.
you haven't checked that out, highly recommend. After you follow, I feel like learning on Instagram, Twitter, and now TikTok. So definitely be sure to follow us all there. But yeah, thank you guys for coming on today. And honestly, in the future, like if you guys are just as passionate about this as we are, I don't know where our audience is going to be from, but like definitely let us know if you want to see a series just about like New Jersey, because I'd be more than happy to teach and talk about all the history of New Jersey and all that we have to offer today. But yeah, thank you guys so much for coming on again today. I guess it's not even coming on anymore because you guys are now co-hosts. So yeah, we'll look forward to seeing you all next week, and thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for watching this episode of Roundtable. Be sure to like and subscribe to stay up to date on all of our new releases. New episodes of Roundtable will be available every Sunday. Also be sure to check out other content from I Feel Like Learning, as well as all the other I Feel Like productions. Until next time, keep asking questions, keep staying informed, and keep on learning.